event this evening. My name is Kelly Ronson, and throughout this presentation, you're going to understand why I left the corporate sector after 30 years in Canada to join one of the fastest growing industries on the planet with the best company, and that is Max International. I am now a full-time Platinum Max associate, and I absolutely love what I do, building a global business from home around the world. And I'm able to travel, meet great people, associates, new people that are interested in building a great business. And I have time freedom. I work with like-minded people that are positive, and I spend each day the way I really truly love to spend it. So I lead a life of significance. I give back to the community. And to me, it was the best decision that I've ever made of my lifetime. So tonight's presentation, we're going to do in 3 parts. We're going to cover the science, followed by the business presentation, and then we're going to open up the forum to some questions. So let's begin with the science, and it's going to be presented by none other than Dr. Augustine Oseki, a well-respected doctor in Lagos, Nigeria. And Dr. Augustine has had over 10 years experience as a medical practitioner. He specializes in family medicine, and he studied leadership and management in health at the University of Washington. And he's presently a medical director at Armstrong Hospital. He's one of the newest Diamond associates in Max International and a great business partner. So thank you so much, Dr. Augustine, for joining us this evening. The floor is now yours.
Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. I'm so happy. I'm so excited being on this program, expecting that the whole world is watching us and seeing what is happening. It's really, really exciting. You know, Max International is a company that has proven to be so worthy. It succeeded in gaining my confidence after a long time, a long struggle, you know, with life generally and my profession, because as you would know, a lot of people have health challenges, and we are stuck at some point, you know, how to help them out. And that was my experience in my practice as a medical doctor. I would say to an extent, I would say my practice is good, but at the same time, we get stuck at some point where we have cases like, you know, cancer, diabetes that are terrible, hypertension, stroke, and all that. And you had seen a patient, you know, you don't know how to help. But all that changed when I joined Max International. And I would say my life has been so transformed. I'm a different medical doctor compared to what I was before I, you know, joined Max International. And I'm so grateful to God Almighty for giving me, you know, this grace, because I would say it took over close to a year before I would listen to, you know, to the person who was presenting the opportunity to me in the person of Justina Ujareno. I know God was working through her. You know, Max International is a company that has come with great opportunity to change the entire world, and through our renowned Professor Herbert Nagasawa. So I would say let us kickstart. Everyone, we are once again welcome to this program, wherever you are joining us. This is a wonderful opportunity we are all going to be given today. And by the end of this, I can assure you, you will be so happy and be grateful to whoever has invited you to join this program, okay? As you can see, Max International is a company that has one dream, one vision, one team, and one mission. Of course, the dream is that of the scientist who decided that he was going to invent a product that is going to touch all lives in the entire world. And when he succeeded, Max International took it up with his vision to take it to the end of the world. And we are all invited as one team to carry out this mission, which is to touch every life with health significance, success, health, and significance. So having said that, it is important we go back to our biology. And our biology tells us that the human body contains trillions of cells. And you all agree with me that our vitality is a reflection of our cellular health. In other words, if you have a building and part of its foundation or structure is faulty, the entire building is at the risk of collapse. And the same thing can be said about the human system. Of course, we create about 40 billion new cells every day, and every single one of them needs glutathione. Now we ask ourselves, what is glutathione? Glutathione is produced naturally by every cell of the body. What this means is that you cannot really source it from, we call it an endogenous antioxidant. So for that reason, it has to be produced within the system for it to be effective. It is the world's most powerful antioxidant, the most efficient detoxifier. It strengthens the immune system. It reduces cellular inflammation and protects against oxidative stress. Then what do we mean when we say it is the most efficient detoxifier? We know in our present world today, we are plagued with so many sources of toxins in our system, from the drinks we take, from the air we take, the drugs and all that. And we need something that will help us to free our system from all these toxins and all its like. And we can count on glutathione to be efficient in doing this. Of course, immunity, we cannot overemphasize the importance of a very good immune system. And inflammation has been said to be the basis of almost all diseases in the world. So if you have something that reduces cellular inflammation, you can count so much on it. Of course, it protects, like I said, against oxidative stress. We are plagued with so many sources of stress these days. Presently, we have the issue of pandemic going on, the COVID-19 pandemic. Definitely, a lot of people are stressed. It could be emotional, it could be financial, it could be physical stress. So now, glutathione benefits goes thus. It maintains energy production. It strengthens immune system, detoxifies toxins in liver and cells, like I said earlier. It improves mental focus and clarity. You could imagine sometimes when you have certain things to do, probably you have, outlined the activities you want to you carry out, and suddenly you just forgot something. Say, for instance, the common scenario is a situation whereby you get out, to go somewhere, you just realize you forgot your key, only to get back to the room to pick the key, and you can't remember what brought you, to the room until you get back again. So that's to tell you that mental focus is declining, and of course, clarity is affected. So it improves quality of sleep. Of course, we all can't oversize the importance of good sleep. The quality of our skin, a lot of people admire or appreciate, good looks, and that comes from your skin. And glutathione also enhances athletic performance. Of course, this is the basis for which I can tell you this without fear of contradiction, the basis for which athletics and sportsmen, footballers and all that, normally when they go beyond certain age, they are not very efficient. But when you replace their source of glutathione and they're able to produce better glutathione, age would not matter anymore. And that's what we've come to tell you today. Glutathione also enhances libido and sexual health. Of course, this is the bane of so many family issues. We have them here. A lot of times is the source of stress in the family. And of course, when it comes to sexual issues, a lot of people have been done. Usually, we have these benefits, but then it doesn't go without its bad news. And this bad news is the fact that by the time we are 20 years of age, our ability to produce glutathione begins to decline. And when you also consider other factors associated with the decline, which is common to our present day lives, like aging, toxin, pollution in the environment, of course, from our industries and all that, intake of alcohol and stress, like we mentioned. Diet is also one of those sources of, glutathione decline. So as a result of that, we found out that glutathione continues to go down regardless of how much we desire that it should be maintained. So it is important to support glutathione levels to maintain overall health and wellness. And I can reliably inform you that there are over 74 diseases and even counting health challenges associated with low glutathione. Without adequate glutathione, our cells cannot stay healthy. And this is a fact that has been proven over and over by researchers and scientists. So what then can we say about this? Glutathione levels are difficult to raise. When you take it orally, it is so fragile, it succumbs to the effect of the acid in your stomach and also the digestive enzymes. So it gets destroyed. That's when you take it orally. So as a result of that, it never gets to where it is needed. And its bioavailability is quite limited for standard forms of glutathione. Say maybe you want to talk of IV or some other routes that are not oral. Glutathione is usually not so available. So that leaves us to the question, how do we effectively maintain our glutathione levels? And that's where ribosine comes in. Ribosine is the product of Professor Herbert Nagasawa. Ribosine is the glutathione solution. Ribosine is really, really the magic maker. At this point, I want to give you some instances to buttress how important this ribosine is. Of course, it is exclusive from Max International, meaning that you cannot get it from anywhere in the world. This is what took one of the world's best renowned professor, Professor Herbert Nagasawa, 25 good years of his life in the lab to produce. He tried so many times and failed until he finally succeeded. And with that, he was able to get something that would touch the entire world. It has over 30 peer-reviewed articles, and there are 38 patents and patents pending. It is the most advanced glutathione technology available today. And I can tell you, ribosine is 300% more effective, in boosting glutathione than the next best. In other words, before ribosine was invented, we used to know what used to be the best glutathione booster. And that particular substance is what I'm comparing to ribosine. Ribosine is 300% more effective than that next best. I wouldn't want to mention its name here. So having said that, I want to tell you one of my experiences. There was a time I went, somewhere that was at Abuja. It was even with Kelly then. She came to Nigeria last year, and it was a great time we had with her. She was in Asaba. She was in Abuja, Asaba, and Ilorin, and Lagos, of course. So then we happened to meet a professor who is a professor in herbal medicine. And this man was met by my upline and was engaged in a discussion about our products. And at the end of the day, it boiled down to the fact that our discussion, made us, in our discussion, we concluded that ribosine is actually the magic maker. Without ribosine, every other thing might not be as effective as it should. And that brings me to our flagship product, Celgevity. Celgevity contains, 12 ingredients. And I used to call it ribosine and the 12 disciples. Okay, like as I was saying, the professor was telling me that Celgevity is not what's being discussed the way we discuss it. It's not what's being sold to people the way we sell them. Why? Because it's not more than herbs, it's not more than, he was even trying to claim that whatever you find in Celgevity can be found in all plants. But I was quick to put him right, correct him. I made him realize that if it was for the other ingredients in the product, there's no way I would have left my practice in Lagos and gone to Abuja just because of some, supplements that are available everywhere. But ribosine being part of the supplement and exclusive to Max International, I can tell you maybe the next 20, 30 years, no other company has the right to produce ribosine. And that is what is given, Max International the lead. And I want you to note this point. As long as ribosine, which is the best glutathione booster, is not in what you are taking, you can't really count on it. Of course, there are so many other products we've talked about that can help boost glutathione, but then they are so limited. Some of them even contain glutathione. Of course, we have glutathione in every cell of the body, every cell of any living organism, be it plant or animal, because I see people make this argument that you can eat fruits, you can eat vegetables, you can eat all what's not, and you will still be fine. And I tell them, no, yes, we have glutathione in all of this, but once it gets to your stomach, it meets the acid in it, hydrochloric acid, and it also meets the digestive enzyme, so it doesn't cross that. And I can tell you that's the reason why this product we call Miracle in the Bottle is so effective. Of course, Celgevity raises glutathione in the cells, and it is taken this way: 2 capsules in the morning and 2 in the evening, preferably on empty stomach. And what you observe when you take it is better energy, better sleep, better mental focus, reduced aches and pain. Now, the question may want to arise at this point: how does ribosine really evade the stomach to the extent that, it is not destroyed? And that's where the work of Professor Herbert Nagasawa, is making meaning here. Now, ribosine is a complex of D-ribose sugar and L-cysteine. Glutathione is made up of 3 amino acids. And these 3 amino acids, must be in sufficient quantity before the body can produce glutathione enough. But unfortunately, we have enough of glutamic acid and lysine, but cysteine is, in limited quantity. So what did he do? Taking cysteine, because there are a lot of products out there that contain cysteine, you take them, the fate is still the same as glutathione when you take it orally. So what did this, intelligent professor do? He was able to, he tricked the system by covering cysteine, L-cysteine, with D-ribose sugar. You may hear the word sugar and you may be, taken off. Sugar is something that is, indigenous to our body. It is endogenous, it is life itself. Our DNAs are made of sugar. Of course, there are different kinds of sugar, okay? So D-ribose sugar is part of our DNA structure. So for that reason, having used D-ribose to cover L-cysteine, you understand, to form ribosine, it is able to deceive the gut. And that way, you take in ribosine, and the moment it gets into the gut, it is not destroyed. So from there, it gets absorbed into the blood, and from the blood right into the cell where it is needed. And at that point, libration takes place. D-ribose separates from the L-cysteine. the cysteine goes to join its other two amino acids to form glutathione, while the D-ribose, goes into energy production and also maintenance of our genetic structure. So you can see the reason why, it is more like a miracle product. Of course, for everyone with a health challenge, the results can be so remarkable. It is important for you to know that a lot of times when people develop serious health challenges, there has been disruption in one of their DNAs. And as a result of that, it has initiated a process that will lead to a particular disease. And this is quite common with cancer. But with glutathione in your system and this product, ribosine, definitely you can be rest assured that there's a lot you can benefit from it. Of course, we have another product called Max ATP. It is called Performance Drink. This actually excites me so much. It's for mental and physical performance. When we talk of performance, there is no limit to the kind of performance we're talking about. Is it sexual performance? Is it physical performance? Is it a mental performance, probably mental work you want to do? When you take it, within 15 minutes, you're going to see the result. And that's what has set Max ATP apart. I had a particular experience with this product with one of my patients who was on her way out. She's a sickler, and at a point that she was written off, everybody had given up hope that she was going to survive. But the father just kind of retorted and said, "No, doctor, we just can't leave her die like that. There just have to be something you can do about this." And this was when I was still new in Max International. So I was still doing my research on these products, and I wasn't still completely taken by what they claim the products do. But at the time when this man said so, my mind just went to Cellgevity and Max ATP. And what did I do? I dissolved one of the sachets, in water and gave her 2 capsules. And lo and behold, within 10 to 15 minutes, this lady recovered. This date was 6th of June, 2017. It's a day I will never, ever forget. This ribosine is one of those things that have made me, accepted Max products as more like life-giving, products. Of course, once you take it, what do you expect to see? Improved energy, mental alertness and focus, of course, stress relief, pain relief, fast recovery from exercise, greater stamina and strength. Of course, we all know at this point it's important I tell you something that is about to happen. Of course, it's about, we all know Evander Holyfield is going to be logging it out with Mike Tyson. This is coming up, and they are expecting that this is going to kind of, help us to recover fully from the effect of this COVID-19. And I want to tell you, Evander Holyfield uses Max product. And because of Max product, Evander Holyfield was able to come back and win his titles. And I'm sure he has introduced this product to Mike Tyson, and that's why they are coming as a team to come and entertain the world. You can see how Max International is touching the world. Of course, we also have another product, Max Infuse. It renews, revitalizes, and restores, our body's nutrients. Of course, it supplies important vitamins and nutrients you would get from 20,000 calories of food in just 10 calories. You use it as part of your daily diet or combined with Cellgevity to enhance glutathione production. Now, I never used to take this seriously until I had a personal experience with this product. It's quite an amazing product. I tell you, we hardly take up to maybe 10% of the nutrients we take, because when I joined Max, the products I accepted were Cellgevity and Max ATP. But one day I tried Max Enfuse, and the kind of turnaround I experienced, it was as if a terrible, very bad, terrain, like some bad roads you would see, something just came and filled up the whole potholes and everything was fine. So it's quite amazing what this product does to people. And of course, you see just in 10 calories, what it would have taken you 20,000 calories, which to an extent is humanly impossible. Yeah, I've pretty much given you what you need to know about Max products. Of course, it is approved by NAFDAC in Nigeria. We also have Halal, the organization that monitor and control what Muslims take. So it is certified not to contain anything that is or anything that affects their faith. Of course, Ban Controlled Substance Group have approved it. If you're an athlete, you can take it. When your performance increases and you do better, it does not, it is not doping. There is no drug in it. It's food supplement. However, it is important that I tell you at this point, okay, it's a disclaimer. And this is where a lot of people miss it. Celgevity, Max ATP, Max Enfuse, they are not meant to treat. They are not meant to diagnose. They are not meant to prevent or cure anything. What they are meant to do is to boost, your system, to boost your glutathione production. And when that happens, amazing things can happen. So for that reason, you wouldn't have malaria and decide to go and take Celgevity to cure the malaria. You wouldn't have typhoid, you wouldn't have infection. You must do justice to it. But as you take Celgevity along with it, your body is able to recover faster. Even for those who have cancer, who have diabetes, who have hypertension, there are a lot of testimonies. Go on the net. You see them, they abound. You can't just exhaust these testimonies. And I have them personally. I have God has saved so many lives through me. So for this reason, I'm grateful to Max International for giving me this opportunity to touch as many lives as I am touching right now. And I'm still touching. So if you are listening to me and you are in this program, I want you to take it from me that Celgevity and all Max products are very unique. And what I tell people when I get into any gathering, I tell them that, look, Celgevity is the best product in the entire world. Now I want you to prove me wrong. What do you want to go and bring? As long as it doesn't contain ribosine, forget it. It's as good as herbs and nutrients and all that. But ribosine is the magic maker. Thank you very much. So at this point, I would want to hand you over to, I'll call her my sister, my friend, my mother. She's my mentor. She's an amazing person. She's wonderful. She has touched my life in so many ways. She encouraged me. Even my becoming a diamond at this point was not without, her contribution. She talks to you and tells you, look, you can do it. You can achieve it. And I think she has really touched my life so much. She's an amazing person. We had a wonderful time in Dubai last year with her. It's always fun to be with her. So I present back to you, our wonderful Kelly Ronson. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Augustine. You are so kind. You're passionate about your knowledge of ribosine technology, our company. And, we're truly grateful for your commitment, your dedication to helping people with their health in your medical practice and for so many years. And now you're empowering people with the financial opportunity, which in my view is right next to oxygen. So thank you for your time. And before we begin the business presentation, I just want a quick summary on testimony on ATP. And that was my experience. In Canada, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but our winters get extremely cold. And one night it was very icy. It was a storm outside and I slipped and I fell and I hit my head very, very hard on the pavement. And after that, I was very, very sensitive to light. I had extreme mental fog. And just like Dr. Augustine was saying, that the glutathione benefits in helping with ATP, and the ribosine in ATP helps with that mental clarity and the focus. And that's exactly what I did. I took the Celgevity, which helped me to lower the inflammation in my body. And then I was able to feel less pain and experience more mental clarity and focus that I needed to carry on in my business. So that was my testimony. So let's take a look at the pictures. Let's review Max as a business, and to imagine your future. Start dreaming, because that's what I did many moons ago. And now we're experiencing a lot of these things. So take a look at the pictures. Which one speaks to you? Maybe it's spending more time with your family, go shopping, not having to worry about the price tags, and spending more time in the community. You know, I've been able to help a lot of elderly people, not only through this pandemic, but also to just because now I have more time freedom, and that really means a lot to me. So you can have it all. Dream your dreams if you take Max seriously, if you're willing to work, and if you're willing to take action and learn. So let's take a look at how you get started with Max. And hope you're really excited about it, because when you join Max, you'll decide on an enrollment package. And we have a special promotional package this month that you can start as low as 39,000 Naira for a 6 one-week bottle of Celgevity. And you can also start with a personal pack with 8 bottles of Celgevity for 52,000 Naira. A professional pack has 31 bottles, and a premier pack has 63 bottles. So the most important thing is just get started, whatever package that you choose. The only difference between the packages is that you get more products at a slightly better price. And if you're really interested in getting your business started very quickly, you're going to need the products to be sharing with a lot of people. So the type of package you enroll with doesn't dictate your earnings. As long as you're doing the work, you can get to the very top with any package that you start. Now, once you've enrolled with Max, your commitment to the business is to buy 100 points worth of product monthly, or 6 bottles of Celgevity, which would be 39,000 Naira. Now, this is what keeps your business open. It tells Max you can now earn commissions on all your efforts. And we all know people who need these products. I mean, Dr. Augustine did an absolutely fantastic job of describing these products. We know people that have health challenges. We know people that want to slow down the aging process, and also look at products that are going to help prevent and keep us healthy. So as long as you're talking to people, sharing information, showing your products, as well as using some for yourself, obviously you want to be a product of the product, you want to stay healthy, you'll never have a problem sharing these products. And when people use Max products, I can guarantee you they will come back for more. So how do we make money? Well, you can make money immediately. We go to the next screen, Dr. Augustine. We have customers. Okay, so you can always ask the magic question when you're talking to people about the products. Are they interested in the products only, or making money, or both? Why just be a consumer when you can change your world with a financial opportunity? Now, some people may just want to start with the products. They want to see how they are, and that's perfect. If someone just wants to buy a bottle or two, you can sell them from your own stock and make about 1,000 plus Naira per bottle. Now, if someone wants a month's supply, you can register them as a preferred customer, and they will save money, and you can make a commission from the company of 4,800 Naira. Now, if you have 10 preferred customers every month, all buying 1 month's supply, you would earn about 48,000 Naira, which is a really nice income. But most people, when you ask them if they're interested in the products or making money, they say both. So when somebody's interested in the products and in making money, they join Max as an associate, and they'll begin with a product package, just like you did. When somebody you've introduced to the business joins with a promo pack, you're going to earn 3,700 Naira. When somebody you've introduced to the business joins with a personal pack, you'll earn 5,600 Naira. And when someone joins with a professional pack, you'll earn 23,250 Naira. And when somebody joins, and this is the great one, a premier pack, because they want to get their business started, you'll earn 46,500 Naira in commission. And the fast start commission and preferred customer commission get paid to you the next week. So if you join today, you register a new associate or preferred customer this week, you're going to get paid next Wednesday. So it'd be a good way to generate money every week coming in, as long as you bring new associates or preferred customers to Max each week. So when you first start your Max business, you're working on building a team of people who are interested in the products, and they also want to make money. Remember, every month you're buying 100 points worth of products or 6 bottles of Celgevity. Your team is also doing the same thing. It's all about duplication. You have already earned a commission with each person who joins your team and buys a product package. We've already covered that. Now you're going to earn an additional commission when your team grows to 5 people who are all buying their 100 points every month. This is called Prime Bonus Level 1. And Max is going to pay you an extra commission once you've achieved it. Max puts a percentage of worldwide revenues into a pool, and Prime Bonus is paid based on the revenues of the company that month and how many people have earned it. So the amount will vary each month. It could be anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 Naira or more. And you can actually achieve Prime Bonus with as low as 3 people, as it was indicated. As long as they have 500 points between them, you can keep it simple and focus on having 5 people enrolled into your team with 100 points. And when you achieve your Prime Bonus Level 1 and you teach people to do the same, you'll have an added points to your business. And every one in your team who achieves Prime Bonus 1 is going to add 600 points to your team, a distribution network. So let's see how your points add up. So everyone you bring to Max will be placed on the left or the right team. And we'll teach you how to do all of this. Max adds up all the points on the left team and all the points on the right team. As the points add up, your commissions are going to increase. So once you've enrolled 1 person on your left and 1 person on the right, you become a senior associate and earn up to 62,000 Naira. Now, once you have 2,000 points on your right team and 2,000 points on your left team, you're going to become a bronze, earning between 62,000 Naira and 155,000 Naira per month. Now, this is in addition to the Prime Bonus income that we talked about, and it's in addition to the income when somebody joins your team. That was the Fast Start bonus. So as you continue to teach your team to succeed, you'll become silver, earning between 155,000 Naira to 465,000 Naira per month. Then gold. I mean, you get really, really excited and you don't want to stop. You want to keep on going, working with your team, inspiring them. A gold, 465,000 Naira to 930,000 Naira per month. And then platinum, 930 to 1,860,000 Naira per month. Then diamond, the big diamond. Dr. Augustine just achieved the diamond. We have a diamond in the house, 860,000 Naira to 4,650,000 Naira per month and beyond. Now, I can assure you that is going to change a lot of people's lives. And these amounts are very possible. Right now, we have over 20 diamonds in Nigeria, 2 double diamonds and 2 crown diamonds. Nigeria is the #1 market in the world out of 18 countries for Max, and we have only just begun. So when you reach the different levels, you'll also be eligible for incentive trips. And when you're a bronze, you'll go for a gala evening and training at the top hotel like the Sheraton in Lagos. Silvers go to the Park Inn by Radisson in Abeokuta for a weekend getaway, and golds and platinums go out of the country. Last year, as Dr. Augustine and I were in Dubai with about 300 other people from Africa, and it was a really, really fun time. And diamonds go on a fabulous trip. So this year, once traveled is allowed again, the diamonds are going to be going to Bali, and past years have included Peru and South Africa. Very, very exciting. So Max is a team building business. Training and coaching others on how to be successful will be the key to your success. And Max rewards this teamwork by paying you a percentage of whatever your team is earning from their own binary commission. And when you're paid as a bronze, you'll earn up to 20% of what your personal enrolled associates, or what we call the first generation associates, are earning. We call this the matching check. As silvers, you'll earn up to 25%. And you can see how it grows until you're making up to 50% of whatever your personally enrolled or first generation associates are earning in the binary team commission. And depending on your rank, you're going to earn a matching check on others in your team all the way to the 7th generation. That is very inspiring. And as you build a strong business with Max, focusing on team building, the matching check can be very, very good income. So decide where you want to be from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. You can achieve it if you take your Max business seriously and follow our simple training on how to be successful. We teach you, we train you, we support you every step of the way, and our product is second to none in the marketplace. And the business plays very, very well. And the best thing is you can do it from home, just using your phone. So it's time to make a decision. And I know we all would agree that whenever we are today, wherever we are today as a result of the decisions that we have made in the past, where we live, the car we drive, the bank account that we have, and wherever you are tomorrow is going to be the result of the decisions that you're going to make today. You know, people are waiting to hear from you. They're waiting for you to change their life. Don't be selfish and keep this news to yourself. People are suffering, not only from their health, but financially. Don't wait. Get back to the person who invited you to this seminar and tell them you are ready to get started. So at this point, we've finished the science, the business presentation. So if there are any questions, Dr. Augustine and myself would be more than honored to answer them. So if you just want to type in, if you've got any questions, to type in the chat session, and we can go ahead and answer those questions for you. Okay, we've got a lot of great welcoming and for the presentations. Okay, I have, let me just go back. I want to make sure that I've got all the questions. So Dr. Augustine, I'd like for you to answer this question. It is from Angela. And please, I would want you to throw more light on ribosine and D-ribose in layman's language. If you could answer that question, Dr. Augustine, that would be great.
Okay, thank you very much. If I understand you very well, to throw more light on D-ribose and ribosine, right?
Correct. In layman's language. So for us that are non-medical professionals to understand. Yes, please.
Okay, in layman's language. Now, D-ribose is more like I'll call it an egg, and an eggshell. Okay, we all know how wonderful, how delicate and good what we have in the egg is. You understand? So now the egg that you have, you cannot successfully, achieve all what egg is meant for without the shell covering it. So let's take the egg in the shell, of course, to be L16. And now we have the egg covering the shell itself as D-ribose. So now we know we don't really need the shell, but what we need is the egg that is in it. So what happens now is once the egg gets into the stomach, it can pass Just imagine a bird is going to lay an egg without a shell. How messy. It cannot get where it's meant to get to. Okay, but with the help of the shell is able to protect the delicate ribosine that is in the egg to where it is needed. And once it has achieved what is meant to achieve, then the shell can be removed. And that's what happens when you see a chick, gets out of after hatching, gets out of the shell. So in a layman's language, that is exactly, how it is. I don't think there's a better way to explain this. Is that clear?
That we appreciate that, Dr. Augustine. Angela, just want to respond. Is that clear for you? Maybe you can type that in. I've got another question, Dr. Augustine. I think maybe from a doctor's perspective, I would like to ask this of you. And okay. This is from May. She says, how do I market to customers who say to me, I don't take anything my doctor has not recommended? And this was from an elderly lady in London, said this to May as she tried to market the product to her. So maybe from a doctor's perspective, you could share that, knowing how we build the business.
Okay, thank you very much. It is important, even though we kind of submit our lives to the experts, the medical doctors, it is important we ourselves know the things that are right. So that's the reason why we have the internet. We can go and do our research ourselves, so that when you are being misled by someone, you can, correct the situation. Because I'm a life testimony. If I'd trusted, the experts, I probably would not have been alive. Sometime over 20 years, I had a health issue, and I told the professor in which field he is a professor about the condition. He didn't know it. He would rather say I had a mental problem. I had to go and research myself, and I figured out the solution, and I treated myself, and I was perfect. Okay, so if I had trusted him, I probably would not have been alive by now, because it was a serious issue. So this same way, in this situation, if your doctor, not all doctors, I would say, are 100% perfect. Now, doctors are different. Some of them will do research and they're up to date. And of course, I was even guilty of the same. When this product was introduced, this opportunity was introduced to me, I wasn't ready to listen. But some of my patients were dying. Even when I referred them, they were dying. But when the whole thing changed, adding Max products, I saw life coming back to them. So I see some doctors, when you talk to them about this product, they say, what are the studies done on this, randomized control trials and all that? What level of evidence do you have to substantiate all this? I want to tell you, science is evolving. When science first started, they believed it was the liver that was pumping the blood. At that point, it was the gospel truth. But at a time, somebody discovered that it wasn't the liver, it was the heart. So the fact that your doctor says you shouldn't do this, it shouldn't end there. You can help him, to provide him certain information or encourage him to know more, or you do your research yourself. Of course, different doctors have different opinions. I'm a family physician. I have, I'm certified. I'm a family, like I said, I have my own practice and everything. I used to throw deaf ears to suggestions like this. But with the experience I have, lives are being touched, people are changing. And I can tell you today, over 500 doctors are already in Max International. I have my data, okay, to substantiate this fact. But the problem is, the moment it is associated with a network marketing business, a lot of people are discouraged. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Augustine. And Angela has confirmed that you did answer her question. So thank you so much for that. And just a little bit of, just to share, when somebody does mention that to me as well, I do the same. I, provide them with the ingredient deck, and I suggest that they go to speak with their doctor, because their mindset is they're not going to do anything unless they're actually speaking with their doctor. So that all that I can do is respect that, ask them if they're willing to share this information with their doctor, and for them to take a look at it. And that's how I approach it as well. So thank you so much, Dr. Augustine. That was wonderful. I'm just going to check and see if there's any more questions. May has another question. Is there any mark to show that it is approved by a recognized board? I think this will help with marketing. I've done my research and asked my family members who are pharmacists. They have given it a thumbs up. So is there any mark to show that it is approved by a recognized board? Not quite sure what you, yeah. Can you answer that, Dr. Augustine?
If you are looking at the screen right now, you can see NAFDAC. Of course, this is, especially in Nigeria, you can see NAFDAC mark. It has NAFDAC number, and that is the real mark you should be concerned about, okay? For the Islamic organization to approve it, it means it's something very important. Then Banned Substance Control Group, the organization that oversees all the affairs of all sports to ensure that nobody is cheating, nobody is doping, they all have supported it. So I wouldn't know if there's any other mark we are looking for. There are certificates to substantiate all claims, and it is patented. So I don't know if that answers the question.
Absolutely, Dr. Augustine, and May, that's what we do, is we have the certifications. They are on the bottles wherever the countries are, and you know, that they can do more research in terms of the science. And I think that when you do that, in my experience, and I've been with Max for a long time, that the doctors or the pharmacists will do exactly that. They'll give it a thumbs up, or they'll provide more questions, and then we can dig deeper. We can connect people that they can get their answers from. So that's wonderful. Thanks so much, Dr. Augustine. May, I hope that answered your questions. Okay, well, I don't see any more questions for now. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Definitely a reminder to get back to the person who invited you to this seminar tonight. And we have regular online Zoom sessions, Facebook, WhatsApp training presentations. We've got it all. We are an incredible company for support. We have a fantastic culture. I love being a part of this. And the timing is so critical right now, because throughout the pandemic, people are really overnight online. I mean, the majority of people, and Zoom presentations on technology. We're in the technology revolution and people are utilizing this to share information through social media. We have the best technology in the world, and it's a very exciting time. Dr. Augustine, you have a point to make?
Yeah, as you mentioned the period we are in, it just crossed my mind now that it won't be proper we leave this program without mentioning this. There is a video. I was interviewed by a journalist talking about the importance of Celgevity in this present period. And my explanation was, first and foremost, it is evidence-based that poor immunity is the basis for the extent to which COVID-19 is causing causing deaths. And of course, low levels common among the elderly people. And I also mentioned that glutathione has been said to actually destroy viruses, okay? And it's on record among the countries where they use our products. I have been reliably informed from a very reliable source that they've not seen anybody, regardless of the age, on Celgevity that had issues with COVID-19. I don't know if there's any that has one. They should point it out. And of course, my experience, a lot of people have come to the hospital suspecting they were having COVID-19, that's coronavirus, and given them the products with other treatments, they bounce back to life. So I tell you, you have the best opportunity. So just grab it and continue this work of life saving. The rate at which I save life now after joining Max is multiple. In fact, it's like death is difficult. I'm sorry, it looks as if I'm exaggerating, but I'm so passionate about it. If it is water you take and you get well, I don't think I need to prove anything. I see it every day, people getting well. So thank you. The time is not on our side.
Thank you, Dr. Augustine. I know the passion that you have for it. I have the same. I love this company. I love this science. If you're okay, we're getting a few more questions. So one question is, does Max product heal eye problems? And I think this is a really important question to answer, because we don't want to be specific about that. And you've covered a bit about what it does. So let's cover this question. It's really important in how we answer this.
Okay, does Max product heal eye problem? Now,
correct.
Max has a disclaimer. They've told you their products will not heal, will not cure, will not treat, will not prevent, will not diagnose. You understand? What it does is to boost glutathione levels. And when that happens, amazing things happen. Now, there is no discrimination. It doesn't matter whether it is an eye problem or brain problem or kidney problem, liver problem, whatever it is. Now, I want to quickly give you two testimonies that I have. Bear in mind that I'm not laying claim that it heals eye problems, but I have two cases. A pregnant woman, a nursing mother was having corneal ulceration. I'm sure one of those on this program will testify to this testimony. He was having corneal ulceration, meaning there is ulcer on the cornea, the eye is peeling off, and it could be a very painful experience. Now, the question was, she was breastfeeding. Is it allowed that she takes Selgevity while breastfeeding? Then I threw it back to her. Would you lose your eye because you are breastfeeding? This woman didn't take it more than 2 weeks. The problem resolved, and the surgery that was meant to take place was canceled. The second one is a testimony of a religious man, a religious leader who had been visiting an ophthalmologist, and at the time he had lost one eye to glaucoma. The second one was deteriorating. He was getting completely blind. Now, they completely hands off because they couldn't attempt the surgery. According to them, the eyes were so bad that if they attempted surgery, that would be the end of those eyes. And he came, he was in a very terrible state of mind. And I told him that I do not guarantee that this will work for your eye, but it has been doing amazing things. So why don't you try it? And lo and behold, this man got his eye that was still surviving. He got it back to normal. Then the only thing, I wouldn't lie, I would say it's the way it is. The other eye that went blind, he didn't fully recover his vision with that. But at least he was able to take care of his glaucoma, and the tension in his eyes reduced. And this was all due to Selgevity. So I think it's an amazing, thing. It is a good example I can cite for you. I do not lay claim that it heals eye problems, but it is worth a trial. And a lot of trials have led to celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Austin. Okay, so we just have another question. What is your experience with Selgevity and enlarged prostate?
Okay, the issue I have with Selgevity and enlarged prostate is, I would say, the willingness of people to take it as required. Personally, I did a scan for a man who had moderately enlarged prostate. Just one bottle of Selgevity, I checked his prostate and it had reduced, and urinary symptoms had reduced. But I still have some others who had more significant enlargement, okay? And I found out that a lot of times they're not willing, considering the cost, they're not willing to take as much as it would take, because I will tell you, just one bottle wouldn't work for everybody. Some people will need to take up to 3 months or even more to see results. Presently, I have about 2 cases of enlarged prostates. In fact, with high PSA levels, we're evaluating them for prostate cancer. Now, the symptoms are going down. And I would say we require time to be able to get enough evidence to tell you that, yes, this thing is working perfectly. But so far, I would say I am satisfied with what I'm seeing. I've seen someone whose prostate size reduced after 1 bottle of Selgevity, okay? And that was about 2 years ago. Then there are some other symptoms are reducing, but we've not done a follow-up to measure the sizes of the prostate.
Wow. Okay, that's a great testimony. Thank you, Dr. Austin. Just to go back to the question, when you were mentioning about the best breastfeeding and the eye problem, did you have her stop taking the Selgevity when she was breastfeeding?
Yeah, I told her to continue taking, I won't believe, this is my own opinion, okay? I don't want anybody to take it as if it's coming from Max International or it's my own opinion. I believe even a pregnant woman is safe taking Selgevity. A nursing mother is safe taking Selgevity. Please, it is my own opinion. But however, Max will tell you, don't take this when you are pregnant. Don't take this when breastfeeding. Why? Because we expect that glutathione levels in children are high enough, so they wouldn't need anything extra. But studies have also shown that a newborn baby is born with up to 200 toxins. You can imagine the kind of toxins the mother has been taking in the form of, she takes in air, she takes products, she takes drugs and all that. I do not know where the toxins are, but you can go and research it. A newborn baby is born with up to 200 toxins. So I believe, and I'm predicting, I'm prophesying, saying that a time is coming, Max will approve it for pregnant mothers and also nursing mothers. That's my own opinion, because I see wonderful things happening when a woman's life is at risk of dying. Of course, we all know this testimony of this HIV positive woman who was dying and was pregnant with 4 months pregnancy. She was dying. There was no hope that she was going to survive. In fact, what took her to the hospital was to get a space for her to die in the hospital so they could get a death certificate. She was pregnant. Now, this woman was placed on Selgevity, high doses. And I will tell you, the baby came out perfect. This woman is still alive as I'm talking, okay? She has 2 other children after this child. So how come Selgevity didn't harm that? It even made the child negative. All her children are negative, not positive to HIV. So I think as more studies keep coming up, more approval will be given. But it's important I mention that a lot of people consider money over their health, and I'm not happy about this. I've seen a lot of people die because they could not just, get themselves over the cost of taking. They believe if you're going to take something, some people don't even believe they should spend anything in the hospital, okay? But our health is very, very important. And with good state of health, you can be very productive in life. And that is my personal experience. Thank you.
Wow, that was quite an answer, and we really appreciate that. I mean, having, as a medical professional, you are making that call in terms of what you're doing. I know that Max has, the reason why we don't, the Max has not, doesn't emphasize that or puts that on the bottles is because they have not tested it with pregnant or breastfeeding mothers. So, but you, with your experience, of course, are making that decision to do that because you know the benefits and your history and your medical background for that. So I think that that's a very, very good answer to that question. Thank you so much. We've had 3 more questions, and I think that you can answer it because this is a common question that I get in terms of specific diseases. And I think that if people understand and know and reiterating what ribosine does in terms of raising glutathione, then many of the diseases are associated with low glutathione and help to build that within the body, which of course helps in terms of performing, the body is able to perform better. And the questions were related to stroke, fibroids, or hypertension, low blood pressure. So maybe you can just kind of summarize that instead of specific diseases, reiterate how it actually works in your body for these other, as PubMed has indicated, the diseases that are associated with low glutathione that we covered in this presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. That would lead me to take you to this particular slide. Okay, maybe this one. Now, if you look at the last item there, oxidative stress, go and find out. It's been associated with stroke. In fact, it's been said to be the main problem with stroke. Okay, if you have something, protecting you against oxidative stress, you might have little issue with stroke. You might help yourself out of stroke. And of course, you look at inflammation has been said to be the basis of almost all diseases. Without inflammation, it's possible that there might be no disease. So, and we know when you have swellings and tumors like fibroids and all that, it is because there's some level of inflammation and distortion. And we also know the work immunity does. It protects against even cancer. The moment once immunity drops, you are exposed, seriously exposed to anything. Anything could happen to you. And a lot of other things, we know what toxins will do. And I think by all this stated here, this is the means through which health is being regained through, Celgevity. Of course, Celgevity has ribosine that helps your body better than any other product ever known to raise your glutathione level. Not even when you take pure glutathione through injections, it's not as high. And it's important for you to know that a lot of people ask this question, no one has raised it. Does Celgevity have any side effect? What I tell them, you may have detoxification, effect when it is having to remove some toxins from your system, okay? And you feel some headaches, you feel some weakness, maybe the rate at which it is detoxifying you, it is going along with so much fluids, and your cells are getting dehydrated, and you feel uncomfortable that way. So that way, we encourage people to take a lot of water. And all the people that have called me to tell me, oh, after taking Celgevity, I feel some cramps in the stomach. I tell them, take water. And the moment they take it, it's like magic. You understand? Return the water back. And this doesn't last more than a week or 2. You are fine. And as long as the toxins have left. So that is the common connection. All diseases to an extent have been linked to low levels of glutathione. And this is what they compromise, that gives them the ticket to cause disease. So if this can be fixed, you have something that counters oxidative stress, you have something that reduces inflammation, you have something that strengthens your immunity, you have something that removes toxins from your system, and you have something, that is an antioxidant, the best antioxidant in the world, the best antioxidant the universe ever knows. And Max International has ribosine, nothing else. Mention that thing that can beat ribosine in raising your glutathione levels. Till date, none. Go and research it. So when people say things, all whatnot, forget it. And I'm happy. Max has given me, the dream of my life. It used to be a sad thing when a patient with very terrible arthritis walks into your hospital. This is a common experience of most doctors. The first thing is they will tell you, I've been to so doctors, I've done this test, I've done that test, even I've traveled abroad, and this pain wouldn't just leave. So, and they would have told you all the drugs you know in the world they have taken. So what would you do in that situation? So I've always found solace in Celgevity. I just give them Celgevity and they come back and say, wow, this is amazing. So my life has changed, my patients are happy, and I'm happy for that. And I must tell you, I didn't really join Max because of money. I joined Max because of what I see the product do in people's life. But man, I would say fortunately, not unfortunately, money was coming along with it. And we can take this to the, this is the gospel truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Augustine. Well, that ends our session. There's no more questions, but if you do think of something and you do want your question answered, please get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. They will definitely answer the question or find the answer for you. So, as we say, just make the decision, get started. We are in worldwide momentum. This is an exciting time. Thank you so much, Dr. Augustine. It is such a pleasure partnering with you and doing great presentations and sharing this amazing product, technology, and science around the world. So thanks again, everyone, for attending. Have an absolutely beautiful and blessed evening. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.